Shalom, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, to the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who are risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as were the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akalio, and this video is on the mark of the beast prophecy, which is a microchip. Alright, so I have some information to share today, and current events regarding the development of the systems to be able to facilitate the usage of the microchip, which is a mark of the beast. And given how the microchip works, we know how it works. People are already microchipped and they're using it for payments. And this is the end game goal of the wicked elite of Esau Edom, who are the so-called white people. They plan to microchip the entire world. It is a part of their new, in their eyes, perfect slavery system that they intend to usher in, because right now, we the Israelites, we're in captivity, we're slaves, and we are living through Esau Edom, the so-called white man's current slavery system, which has the fiat money being a part of it, and all of the other moving parts regarding how the work system is set up, and all of these other systems are set up. But they're moving towards a new system, which they have deemed as the intelligence age, or the fourth industrial revolution, which is an age in their eyes, in their mind, that is completely dominated by way of technology and using technology, and technology being a part of people. So people merge with the technology by way of the microchip, and also the technology being a part of the cities very seamlessly, and a part of life very seamlessly. And that is what they're doing right now. So they're building up the systems to be able to put forth their vision, which is their NWO, their New World Order. And at the forefront of that is the microchip, which is a mark of the beast. And as such, they are implementing the systems such as the central bank digital currencies, which is going to be the payment system, the digital payment system, because they're moving away from cash and they're moving towards a digital payment system, right? A cashless society. But then as well, a part of what they're bringing in is not only the central bank digital currencies, but also the digital identification systems, which are being developed worldwide by every country. The same with the central bank digital currencies. The digital identification system is going to be the way to identify individuals on the earth, but also it is going to be a new level of identification. It's going to be completely digital, but also it's going to include every single thing about your life, yourself, from your financials, which will include the CBDCs, but also not only the financials will be stored onto the digital ID, of course, all of your personal information, and then as well your medical information, your government information, your telephone information, everything that you can think of, your social media, your internet signings, every single thing is going to be linked to that digital ID. And that digital ID, as well as the central bank digital currencies, which your payment sources, right, your financials is going to be stored on that digital ID. That is all going to be consolidated together and then stored on the microchip, so that the microchip is an all-for-one usage. So the vision they have is that people will be microchipped and living in their smart cities, 15-minute cities, going about life, being microchipped and using the microchip everywhere that they go. When they want to use government services, they use a microchip. When they want to sign in online, they use a microchip. When they're making payments at the grocery store, they use the microchip. This is where the society is heading towards. And of course, you also have to have the microchip in order to be a part of society. So that's the sellers as well. In Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3, it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." And with the way that current events are going right now, the prophecy is speaking very loudly regarding this mark of the beast prophecy. Very loudly in these last days, the last days of the rulership of the so-called white man. And this prophecy is extremely important because the salvation of the elect of the nation of Israel and the destruction of America, which is Mystery Babylon the Great, cannot happen until this prophecy is fulfilled. And it really is building up every single day. Now, I have this video that was posted by GMS Vegas Sit-Downs 144, and it says the digital evolution rollout into the mark of the beast system is happening.
Realize is there's over 100 countries that are developing their own central bank digital currency, and that's built on blockchain. That's cryptocurrency. So in the next 2 years, I'm pretty sure most of Europe, Asia, the UK, they're in their pilot phase right now.
Right. So I don't know when the individual, this lady, I don't know when she did this video exactly. All right, because she's saying 2 years or whatever about the pilot stage. But the thing is that right now, the EU central bank digital currency has a set date, which is October 2025, to launch their central bank digital currency.
So we're going to move from a fiat system to this new monetary system that's going to be using cryptocurrency and blockchain technology.
Now,
right, a digital payment system moving away from the current payment system, which is by way of money.
talking about that, do you think they are trying to push that narrative as well because they want to try and have more control in terms of the way money is spent? They can track it, it's traceable, and it's like they can almost punish you for doing certain things.
100%.
Yeah. And so it's a part of their new slavery system, because right now with money and cash, they can track people, but there is some hassle to it, with the cash being wherever, and then you have vendors who aren't a part of like necessarily a digital system of sorts. They don't have a point sales machine. They only take cash. They're running businesses, stuff like that. They want to get rid of all of that. They want to know and have full and absolute control of every single money that is spent. And they know they can't do that with a physical item, such as the physical cash. It has to all go digital. Okay? And then with that, they will have certain control over you, because, you know, it is that new slavery system that is coming. So we already know about, like in China, where they have a social credit score system, and based off of how it is that you interact within China, then you may gain or you may lose social credit scoring. And it's as simple as things like jaywalking or throwing a piece of trash on the ground and stuff like that. You will lose your points, and then that will prevent you from gaining access to go into certain restaurants, going to certain schools, getting certain jobs, all these kinds of things.
Yes. So central bank digital currencies is where it gets scary, because it's programmable. It's also trackable. So every transaction that anyone makes, they can see. And it can get really, really scary depending on, you know, how far, you know, governments want to go and central banks want to go. It can become a situation where they can actually block you from spending money, or they can cap you on like how much money you spend on, you know, petrol, for example, or, you know, can stop you from traveling abroad, all of that kind of stuff. That's how like scary it could get. They have the...
Right, it goes back to, once again, that social credit score, which actually already does exist in China. And over there in the East, regarding the system coming in, they're very well developed. In China, they also have been developing their digital yuan. And now you have in Korea the latest news regarding the central bank digital currency development. The other one was the UK with the October 2025 release. But here it is, Bank of Korea to launch CBDC pilot for real world payments. And this is from chosun.com, which is a Korean website. Because when you look at it here, it's in Korean. So I believe it's a Korean website. But anyway, it says the Bank of Korea will launch a pilot program to test its central bank digital currency, CBDC, in real world transactions from April to June. The central bank said on March 18th, the pilot named Project Hangang will involve 100,000 participants who can convert their bank deposits into digital tokens. CBDC is a digital currency issued and regulated by a central bank, unlike virtual currencies that operate on decentralized networks. The 3-month trial aims to evaluate the feasibility of a digital currency backed by the central bank. So the pilot is that people are going to have these central bank digital currency, dollars, and they're going to use it in their everyday life. Simple like that. They're just going to use it because it works just like the cash. It's only digital. So you have to use a device of sorts, a form of technology to use it. So I don't know if they're going to use an app and store it on the phone or whatever it is, but this is all the system coming in, man. It's just gradually coming in. It's like even the phone. Now that I mention it, the idea of mobile payments on it, Google Pay, Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, it's a way of getting people gradually used to this way of living. Okay? So, and it is a 1-for-1. So like out here in Jamaica, the central bank digital currency has been launched, which is and it's a 1-for-1 conversion rate. So $1 Jamaican to 1 Jamaican central bank digital currency. Okay. What will change for users? Participants in the pilot will make payments by scanning a QR code similar to existing mobile payment platforms, but instead of drawing from a traditional bank balance, payments will be processed through deposit tokens, a digital currency based on CBDC issued by the BOK. Deposit tokens are converted from cash in a user's bank account, similar to a debit card deducting funds directly from the account. For most participants, the experience will closely resemble existing mobile payment services like Kakao Pay or online card transactions. Why are they conducting the trials? As the use of physical cash, banknotes, and coins continues to decline and digital transactions become the norm, central banks around the world are exploring ways to modernize fiat currency. And the reason why physical cash has declined, okay, or continues to decline, is because they intentionally did it. They really started to push away from physical cash and this current monetary system during the 2020 pandemic. I remember as soon as it was happening, I was watching one of the financial news stations. I don't remember which one it was exactly. And out the gate, they were talking about how they need to move away from cash. The cash is dirty and it can spread the infection, all of these kinds of things. And it has been accelerating since then. I mean, we're in the year 2025 now. And I have witnessed, while keeping up with this for all of these years, how the narrative has changed. Now the narrative is that they're just simply saying that cash is declining, right? The way of cash. So now it's like they're saying, so because of the way using cash is declining, they need to find a way to keep up with the times. And now they conveniently have this central bank digital currency. They're moving towards a digital payment system. So we're getting really, really close to this end game. Okay? So that's what they're doing, and other countries around the world are going to be doing it.
The capability, not saying that they are going to do that, but the capability is there.
On your second point.
All right, so this is Christine Lagarde, the individual that is in charge of, or at least the face of, the European Central Bank digital currency, and I believe she's the president of the European Central Bank and stuff like that. Okay, but These are the times that we're in, man, and it's happening, okay? And every day we get closer to the end. The prophecy is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So, unless you have the microchip, you won't be able to buy or sell. You won't be able to function in society. You will be excluded from society. That's where it's heading towards. That's what the prophecy says is going to happen. You won't be able to buy or sell unless you have it. Okay? So you're going to be denied food. You're going to be denied medical services. You're going to be denied government services. You're going to be denied anything and everything unless you have the microchip when that point comes, which then speaks to the hour of temptation in Revelation 3 verse 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also keep thee from the hour of temptation which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So the hour of temptation is when you're faced with taking the microchip, which is a mark of the beast. And it is going to be that hour of temptation because, once again, you're going to be excluded from society. So the only way to get through this is to have faith in Yahweh Shemishai. And only an Israelite can have faith in Yahweh Shemishai. Okay, and salvation is only for us. So once you have faith in the Lord will keep you from the hour of temptation. That is what your hope should be, to be kept from it. Okay, you don't want to take the microchip because the judgment for taking the microchip in Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9 says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Shemishai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Right? The Lamb is Yahushai. So America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, and if you take the microchip, you're going to be destroyed. You don't have any chance for salvation. This is what is coming. This is the lake of fire spoken about. This is the second death spoken about in the scriptures. So we're heading into these times, man, and we're going to be in the midst of Jacob's trouble as well. So it's going to be a really terrible, really chaotic time. And then Esau Edom is going to provide a solution of sorts to be able to escape what it is that is going on in the world, which it really isn't. It isn't an escape at all. It's going to lead to your destruction. But for some people, specifically those who don't believe in Yahweh Shemishai, they will find false comforts in taking that microchip to be a part of the society anymore because they don't have no faith in the Lord. So all they will know and see is what is in front of them, and they believe that this world is going to continue forever, right? So they'll do anything to get back into the world and be included in it. But for those of us with faith, we already know what's up. We already know what's happening. All right. So Lord willing, we refuse the microchip when the hour of temptation comes. Okay. But this is just another update regarding what's going on, regarding the developments heading towards the mark of the beast, which is a microchip. All right. So with that, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemishai, Bashim Kodesh. Shalom.